From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hey there, I'm John St. John, and you are watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast.
What's going on, nerds, and welcome to this week's episode of the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. We're talking about 2023's The Little Mermaid remake. And joining me on the show, as always, I guess 3 nerds now, or I'm sorry, 2 nerds and Nerd Youngling or Nerd in Training, or...
She has her own Nerds Doing Nerd Things onesie that I will make sure she wears next week.
And I hope that's not the day she has the blowout.
I don't know. We haven't had a blowout. We have some pretty good ones, but no blowouts yet.
So what's up, everybody? What are you guys up to? I know you were trying to play Power World earlier.
I was. I'm mad because we have a... It wouldn't let me into where I was doing it last time. I was mad.
It wasn't letting you play in the friend server?
No.
Do you actually have stuff in that friend server?
Yes.
Hi, Ethan.
I was mad.
He heard Power World and he's like, why the fuck are they talking about it? Yeah, I still gotta get into that. I need to get on at a certain time where I can play with you guys so I can restart everything, because I kind of did it wrong.
Okay.
I have Wiimod. I made everything stupid, like I have everything already. And I'm like, it's kind of pointless playing like this. But yeah, we're talking about last year's Little Mermaid remake. And Susie, when they said they were going to do it, Will, you too with this question, when you heard that they were going to make this remake, what were your initial thoughts on it? Because I am kind of tired of the remakes. Like, getting really kind of about them.
So, I'm a combination of tired of the remakes and really enjoying the remakes. I particularly like when, and it's really prevalent in this movie where there's very little CGI. And AJ understands what I mean by this because he's, the nitpicky of the bunch. Movies like The Lion King should not have been made live action. I personally like the animated better.
Okay.
But I'm also of the opinion that if you're going to remake a movie live action, you can't take the movie that came out in Little Mermaid was what,
89.
87?
89.
Oh, I had it right the first time. But you can't take a movie that was made in like 89 and just regurgitate it in 23. Like you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that has been like the downfall with a lot of these movies. Like the Jungle Book succeeded because it changed the tone. It was the same story, little variations, but it was basically the same story, but they changed the tone.
I mean, they kind of changed it a little bit here, too. They added a couple extra songs, which I still have the Scuttlebutt song stuck in my head.
I have all
Still.
I actually have to I have to go download all the music.
And then even Prince Eric's song, how impactful it was, that felt like a Les Mis song in a way.
But that's what they have to start doing with the live actions. They need to add something to it. They need to more character development, more adding to the story. Aladdin, as much as people will hate on Aladdin did it really well. They took the original story and they expanded it. So we actually had a backstory for Jafar.
I also enjoyed, outside of the backstory with Jafar, which helped out the movie. Since we're speaking about Aladdin, the Jasmine stuff, the extra
Yeah.
like Speechless is still on my Disney playlist. But what do you think this movie did well? For me, I could have just stuck with 89, been happy with 89. I really thought they casted this movie very well, and the actors and actresses throughout this movie played their roles very well. Like Haley Bailey, I could see her playing Ariel 100%. No, it's Haley Bailey.
It's
Halle Bailey.
Haley
Always been pronounced out of it.
There are two. You are mixing it up with Catwoman.
Yeah. Yeah, the one we're talking, I think
I did it the first time. Went, oh shit! Wait, hold on.
I don't even think I think one's like 45 and she is not even 25 yet.
Yeah, no.
I believe 100% she can be Ariel. If you get past everything else, which all that controversy, which we're not going to talk about because it's stupid, it really is. People should be able to cast based on merit and how they audition, and I loved her singing voice.
I'm gonna disagree on a point you made, but I want to hear Will's perspective about the live action because he hasn't inputted anything.
I mean, I didn't watch the movie, so
Okay, but you and I watched other live action movies compared to animated movies.
true. Okay.
So, I mean, you can use that as a frame of reference.
The hell was that noise? Does Will have his own soundboard?
Yes,
Yes.
I do. I'm a magical being. It's fine.
He's had his own soundboard.
You know, I am so gonna mess with that on. Oh, I'm not gonna see him on Sunday. Well, next time I see you, I will try to hit every little bit of soundboard that I'm allowed to without going into wifey mode.
Here's kind of the thing. Live action remakes have always been a thing that have left a super sour taste in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because I'm an anime watcher, and all but like two have been absolute dog water.
Okay.
So Disney was like, "Oh, we're gonna live action remake or shit." I literally was like, "Oh well, this is gonna be a fucking disaster waiting to happen."
Has there been one where you've really enjoyed?
Oh, I have. Actually, which is the point I was getting to.
Okay.
He kind of surprised me and got like they did good. Is more or less like I was very taken aback when like Aladdin came out and I was like, oh shit, this was actually good. And then Cinderella came out first, but Cinderella I still watched Cinderella and I was like, oh shit, this was actually good. And then Aladdin came out, oh shit, this was actually good. And then Lion King came out and I was like, I mean, it was good, but it was the same fucking movie. The original. Which is different voice actors, which I mean, they were good. So I mean, like,
Except for Mufasa. Mufasa was not a different voice actor.
no, Mufasa was the same.
Still James Earl Jones. Which I still think they should have brought back Jeremy Irons for Scar, but that's just, just how much I like Jeremy Irons.
And then Little Mermaid, they announced Little Mermaid, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting one to do. And then they released the actor. I was like, oh, that's an interesting way to take it. Let's see how it goes.
So my problem with one of the points that AJ make is obviously you need to hire somebody based on merit, but they also need to fit the part. Part of the reason I had an issue with the controversy surrounding The Little Mermaid was that we don't know what mermaids look like under the ocean.
Yeah, and everybody was saying it needs to be a white redhead that can sing. And that
because of the origin of The Little Mermaid, it's Dutch. Okay, I understand that point. But that's why I said to your point, AJ, you're absolutely correct. We should be hiring based on merit, but they should also fit the part. They don't have to like dead on look like the character, but they need to at least, resemble something.
I mean, I felt that she carried being Ariel with almost the same mannerisms. I loved her singing voice and everything. Like I
Oh
can't.
yeah.
Uh,
She amazed me.
she
I
Babe
loved
Ruth
her.
hit it out of the park.
Yeah. Um, I have a question for you. Has nothing to do with Little Mermaid, and then we can get back on topic.
Okay.
Did you hear that they delayed Snow White?
No, but I can see why.
Yeah.
Because of all the uproar of them not using the seven dwarfs.
Oh, so it's not just them using the Seven Dwarfs. It's also who they picked as the lead actress.
Okay.
And that's why I made the comment that yes, all actors and actresses should be hired based on merit. But they also need to kind of a little bit fit the part without a whole lot of, you know what, I'm going to throw this one out there. Full Metal Alchemist
Want to
with
explain
a
that?
really bad blonde wig.
No. Okay.
So, I mean, I've seen all. Full Metal Alchemist is one of my favorite animes. I've
Mhm.
seen all different forms of live action for anime, and it's you got to fit the part without a whole lot of extra effort on the
Mhm.
makeup
So
department.
back to what I initially asked. What
Hmm,
what do you think the 2013 Little Mermaid did well or amplified from the 89 version?
I have a return question.
Answer yours first.
Well, I think the 2023 Little Mermaid,
What did I say?
2013.
Oh, well, at least I had the 3 in there.
That's why my return question is going to be: was there a 2013 Little Mermaid? Because I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
No, I got steak.
um, I think. Oh, AJ's gonna laugh at me for this one.
Sorry,
So
preemptive
there's a
strike.
there's a book series that's out that does a twist on
Oh,
classic.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Where they see the side of Ursula and everything, and
No,
no, not that one. It's the one I like.
no, you've got me. Conceal, Don't Feel for Christmas.
Hmm.
That's what I'm talking about. Um,
Let it go, let it
so
roll.
and the reason I brought that
Can't
up
hold
is
me
because
back anymore.
the reason I brought it up is because one of the scenes in the book was Ariel in the Merchant Square,
Hmm.
and I liked how they delved a little bit deeper into that Merchant Square than just Eric and her blowing through it in the animated one.
I mean, I enjoyed that. That's where you saw Jodie Benson.
Yes, who excellent cameo.
So
Love it.
the book I was messaging right there, it's called Part of Your World by Liz Braswell.
Yeah,
Good book.
that's yeah,
They,
it's
they
really good.
also have As Old as Time, which that's a
Yep.
really good one.
Oh, the Twisted Tail one?
The Twisted
Yeah.
Tales. Um, I'm currently reading Tiana's, which Tiana's is really good. Highly recommend.
They're all
Um,
on audiobook too, which if you guys know me, that's where I listen to it. Cause I'm a little,
but I love that, like, and I saw in the book where she really got into the merchant area. So I love that they like really like went into the merchant area, and like I'm watching the movie, and I'm sitting at our friend's house watching the movie, and I clicked on my screen, and I went, "Whoa! I feel like this happens later in the movie." Eric's shipwreck.
Mm.
Like, I clicked on the screen, and I was like, "I still have like an hour. I have more than an hour left of this movie. I feel like we're almost done." Like, I feel like in the animated, we'd be almost done. It was just fast paced enough that you didn't realize how long you'd been sitting watching the movie, but just slow enough that they were able to really encapsulate the story. Encapsulate?
Yep.
Capture?
Yeah, you're spot on. Because
Yeah.
I still can't believe how this was a 2.5 hour movie.
I know. And like the original was an hour and a half. So like that blew my mind away.
Where did the extra half hour of content come from?
They
Two extra
actually
songs and extending scenes.
Well,
they
no, I know. I'm just.
Oh.
yeah. They got Lin-Manuel Miranda on board to do
He
a
does,
whole bunch of new
he
songs.
does a lot of the Disney music now.
Well, he's not on board for Moana too.
Huh?
He's not on board for Moana too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So they got Lin-Manuel Miranda on board. Um, the biggest thing that I will say though, and again, might be a controversial thing, but not only did I love who played Ariel, I loved Ursula and Sebastian.
So Ursula, Melissa McCarthy, and
Sebastian
David
was David Diggs.
Diggs. Yeah.
And the reason I point those two out is because they are two of the characters that have died.
Pat Carroll and the guy who.
Plays Sebastian. And that's what I was thinking about while I was watching this movie, and the fact that they did such great homage to the original characters while also making it their own
See,
was
I'm
fantastic
right there. I'm right there with you with Ursula, Melissa McCarthy. Again, great job. But there were points in the movie where I felt like she was doing a Pat Carroll impression,
Oh no, she absolutely was.
and I kind of wanted Melissa to do more of her stuff, like her be more her Ursula instead of Pat Carroll. Like I understand wanting to.
I think part of the reason that we get the Pat Carroll impression is
Mm,
because there are sections of Ursula's bits that are Pat Carroll. Like
yeah.
they are what we associate with Pat Carroll. So I think that's part of like those of us who grew up with the animated Little Mermaid, we're automatically going to associate Pat Carroll with it.
Mm.
And I think we're seeing what scenes that we would recognize Pat Carroll for. I think that's part of it. So I don't think it's so much like a true Pat Carroll impression as much as that's just how those lines come across. I know I'm not making any sense. I'm sorry.
No, you are. I'm just looking at Evie and how she just out the fuck cold.
Do not disturb her. Get down. Get down.
Like, what kind of disturbed you talking? Like, down with the sickness, stricken?
So he will come up and lick her face. And I've already told him
10,000
numerous times that if
fists
you wake up the baby, you're in serious trouble.
inside the fire.
Oh,
I can
she's
keep going.
um
That's sad. It really is. What
the
was?
other
Go ahead. Finish your.
I was gonna say one of the things that I did like about this movie is it's always been rumored that Ursula was Triton's little sister. This movie confirmed it.
Yeah, Big Brother.
Utterly fantastic. I love that.
What was something in this movie that you felt 89 did better?
Ursula's death scene.
Yeah, yeah. I I'm kind of right on board with that because a lot of it was too dark to even see.
No, I mean on my phone I saw it just fine. I just feel like it was not more realistic in the animated. but it wasn't as drawn out.
Mm.
Like,
She
it
got turned
definitely
into a fucking kebab.
yeah, it definitely was better in the animated. Um, I feel like
Javier
they
Bar-
added elements that they didn't need.
I know we're talking about what we liked better in '89, but can I just throw a shout out to how good Javier Bardem was as King Triton?
Oh my god, he was amazing.
Especially at the end where he's basically going to give Ariel what she wants, and you could see and feel him fight everything back, and I'm like, yo, I'm driving, stop.
What is one thing you would have liked to have seen in this movie that wasn't there?
Outside of better CGI and better water movement, um honestly, I kind of feel like this Little Mermaid movie, while it still had its callbacks to '89, it didn't really have a lot of them, like how Beauty and the Beast did, how Cinderella did. I kind of missed having those little tiny Easter eggs back to '89. Like you literally had Jodie Benson there, and I felt like that might have been the only thing. But other than that, I kind of can't think of it. Like I can't think of what they were missing.
I would have loved to. I love the fact that Ariel's sisters are in there, but I would have loved more of Ariel's sisters.
I wanted to see the play. How about that?
That that would have been great.
To see
I,
Mickey, Donald, and Goofy in the crowd.
and then my final question for you, AJ,
Yep.
and realize that Little Mermaid is one of my least favorite princesses.
Is it really?
Yes, it's one of the movies that I watched the least.
No shit.
Yeah. Um, and I will go back and rewatch this one because I like this Little Mermaid. Um, what are your thoughts on Scuttle?
Aquafina was fucking fantastic. Like Scuttle, animated boy, to 2023 Aquafina, and I thought she gave it so much more charisma, and I really enjoyed the Scuttlebutt song. I really did. It's been stuck in my head all day. Da 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 da.
So, how do you feel about her talking underwater?
It was weird, but once you like after 5 seconds, you're just like, all right, okay, whatever. Because
Yeah,
at the end of that, she's like, I gotta go up and breathe.
yeah. Like it didn't like phase me.
Hey, it's a fucking Disney movie. Nothing should
I
phase
was
you.
like, cool. We have at least a Disney component in here. A bird talking underwater.
Hell,
Awesome.
Pumbaa can lay out a full herd of animals without even having to touch them.
What are you doing?
I'm waiting for the.
Are we good? Okay.
Hey, did your mom get her a NASCAR onesie yet?
No.
We need to figure
Actually,
out who her favorite driver is.
for all I know, she might have. But as far as I know, she didn't.
We gotta find out who her favorite driver is, because if it's anything like Godfather or Uncle AJ, it's gonna have a number 9 on it. But
Yes, well,
Hello.
is there anything else we want to touch? Because surprisingly, we've already been going for about a half hour.
I could talk forever about live action movies and Disney. It's bad.
I know people have crapped on this movie a lot, like how they didn't want to go see it. I'm not gonna say I was one of them, because I was always gonna give it a shot when I ended up seeing it. But I was like, I don't really think I'm going to like this. Like I'm gonna watch it, but I didn't think I was gonna like it. I loved this. I really did.
So I was one of those people that because I'm not a huge like Little Mermaid's not one of my favorite Disney princesses, I was okay with not seeing it in theaters. I knew that I was eventually going to see it,
Mm-hmm.
so I wasn't concerned. It was just not a must see in theaters for me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really how I determine like when I'm gonna go see a movie is this a must see in theaters? Like you're not gonna get the same experience by watching it at home. Um, like Godzilla. Godzilla is one of those movies for me. Same thing with Jurassic Park.
Okay.
I am in the theater opening night. Let's go.
So, last question before we close it up, and I don't know. I go watch NASCAR because the duels are literally on right now, for Daytona. Where does this rank in the live action remakes? Because for me, it's number 2.
I'm gonna put it at number 2.
Beauty and the
What's your
Beast in this.
Cinderella.
Now,
This.
Cinderella's probably 3. Then Aladdin and The Lion King.
So, do you want to know what I think about when I think about Beauty and the Beast? I also think about it when I drive to your house. So,
What the fuck? Okay, then that's definitely not what I was. Nope, I'm not saying that. What?
so AJ and I conspired against his wife to go see Beauty and the Beast in theaters.
Happy one of us remembers this.
So as we're getting to the end of his street, there's a car in front of us, and all of a sudden we see a car go flying
Yeah,
to the side.
yeah. And then somebody else's insurance got called.
And then I got called because they thought it was my car. I was like, no, I wasn't driving.
No, but I gotta put this at 2. I very much enjoyed it, and I went into it not thinking I was going to like it at all.
Honestly, that's the best way to go into a movie. As stupid as that sounds, if you go in with low expectations, when you come out, your expectations are going to be right where they should be.
That's me when I start watching the live action Avatar that comes out like next week.
I am very excited for it, just for M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong's not a part of it.
I mean, I'm excited for it.
What's going up, Robbie Porter? How you doing? We're just about to close up, but
one thing, having high hopes for it is another.
Well, I mean, the creators were on board for a good chunk of it, so
glad you were here. Glad you're stopping by on Facebook. But yeah, we're just finishing up our review from 2023's Little Mermaid, kind of doing a compare and contrast. But yeah, I would throw this up there at number 2, right behind Beauty and the Beast, because you can't go wrong with Emma Watson. I mean, Belle.
No,
I meant Belle. I meant Belle. Don't shoot.
Well, apparently Aladdin's number 1 for him.
Really? Will, why? I had no issue with how Will Smith portrayed Genie, but it was very difficult to compare him and Robin, even though you shouldn't.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. It's so hard.
It's a baby.
It's a baby.
Crap. That thing's gonna be one of us sooner or later. Teach. Hey, Will. Speaking of watching shit, when are we recording Nerd Corner?
Monday.
Okay. When are we putting it out?
Whatever day we decide to put it fucking out.
If you keep doing that, I'm chopping off your hand.
Then he'll just do it with the damn nub.
Dude, my hand and arm are asleep right now.
Probably either Wednesday or Friday would be a good day to like put it out after we record it.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I don't care. I have like 2 episodes left in season 1. And I'm like, yeah, this is fun. By the way, for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, Will, myself, might see little James. I don't know if Susie will show up. But we're starting a Nerds Anime Corner show where we're basically going to run through seasons of anime. Hopefully it doesn't turn into 1,000 episode One Piece.
No. Put down. We will never do that. If we do One Piece, it's going to be the live action. No.
But we're also
Or we would cover because they're remaking the anime. They're One Piece. They're Dragon Ball Kaiing it.
No.
So basically, what that's going to be, if you guys are just joining us now, the anime corner is going to be us reviewing a season or a couple episode or a movie, but also Will probably have some, knowing Will, probably some news on certain animes, whether it's manga, TV show, and like cartoon, because Will's probably got all that useful knowledge to make this show really, really well. And I'm just here to press go live. But guys, anything else for the Little Mermaid movie? Anybody in the chat? Guys, Susie, baby, we good for Little Mermaid?
We are good.
Yes, I was trying to find something.
My precious little girl.
Oh, where are you now? What were you trying to find?
Hold on, I just found it.
What am I holding on to? I got the desk.
Okay.
Okay.
Talking about House of Dragons.
AJ, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Early summer 2024. Are you ready to continue our Targaryen saga?
Fuck yeah! I really want the last. Is it bad that I'm very excited for House of the Dragon, but I really want The Last of Us season 2 already?
So I really want Last of Us season 2, but you want to know what I miss?
What?
I miss us picking a TV show, watching the whole thing, and then rating it right after. That is what I miss.
Hey, guess what starts on Tuesday?
What?
The Rookie season 6.
Oh, I'm caught up.
So am I, obviously.
Let's go.
You wanna?
Yeah.
Wanna do it?
Yeah.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it. We'll do it. God, I'm so stupid. So the people watching this episode, it's like, are they just brain dead?
Yes.
How did I find
Not
these
to be
guys?
live, I had to tell my boss today my brain wasn't working.
So,
He said something to me, and I was like, I said something back to him. It wasn't even English.
since we're just talking about funny shit here, you guys know how my route changed on Tuesday?
Yeah.
So my dumbass still came in like I'm supposed to, 9 o'clock. Perfect. Went to the wrong stop.
Oops.
I'm like, I'm not supposed to be here till 3. Why am I here at 11? Shit. I go right by your house every day now. It's so great. I was like, there goes Transylvania. Right up 60. 67. But, well, guys, this was fun. I honestly don't know what we're doing next.
I don't know, but I'm going to go find out. I don't know why I
While
did
Susie
that.
finds out. As some of you guys know, in the description we have a actually, let me go get it so I can show you guys as well.
It's the baby.
All-Star 15 TV, the Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast, and Hutch Sport Racing have all joined forces for the 30 hours of gaming challenge to support veterans in crisis and to stop soldier suicide. That link for the donation is in the description on both Facebook and YouTube. Go check it out if you got any spare cash. All is appreciated, and I will give you a hell of a shout out when we go live. Like Ryan Fry with the $77 donation.
So my question for you, AJ, is would you like to start with Robert Downey Jr. or Jennifer Lawrence?
It's either Sherlock.
There's an issue. There's only one series I've actually seen.
Yeah.
And I think
What series?
I've only ever seen The Hunger Games. I haven't watched Sherlock.
Oh, okay. So we'll start with the Hunger Games. But guess what that means for me and you?
What?
We gotta watch Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck.
Not yet.
Well, is it on DVD at least?
I think it's on.
Digital or whatever?
I know it's available on Apple TV right now.
Oh, well, you have that, so we could jump in Discord and screen share one night.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're gonna... I think we need to start with Songbirds, though, because that's technically
You
the
have to start
first
with Ballad
movie.
of Songbirds and Snakes because it's the prequel.
If we're doing this in story mode,
Fuck.
yeah.
Fuck. All right, everybody. Well, next Thursday we'll be talking about Songbirds and Snakes. Yay.
I'm the songbird, you're the snake.
I'm a snake slipper.
He's a snack.
I'm gonna bite you. Ah.
What are you getting at? I told you not to attack. That's not what it sounded like. It sounded like you were egging it on. What movie? Really? The worst co-host ever. It was Harry Potter, the Chamber of Secrets.
Oh.
But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to Robbie for jumping in the chat, even if it was to just say, hi, everybody, here for the first time. Well, glad you were here. Hopefully you share this out and send it to all your buddies, because we just have fun here and just talk about nerd stuff. Not wrong.
Oh.
And then our wrestling episode, holy shit, almost 200 views on Facebook. I was not expecting that. But, bye, everybody, because it's dinner time, because it smells good.
Yeah.
I have steak waiting for me. Oh.
I have a rib. I haven't been able to eat it because someone's been clingy.
Yeah, baby.
I have a couple ribs.
Yeah.
They're just not